Hafatatat man haolai. My name is Sister Mary Helen, and this is Recapping the Race. First of all, if you have not caught up on RuPaul's Drag Race and RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked, but you're gonna be super upset if someone spoils it for you, here's your spoiler alert. Stop watching this video. So this is a two-parter. This is episodes 2 and 3. I was super busy on Maui last week, living my island fantasy, being all international. I know it's a state, but unlike the American government, I still recognize the sovereignty of the Kingdom of Hawaii. So week 2's mini challenge was a cha-cha dance-off. Now, I am a licensed Zumba instructor, and the cha-cha is the national dance of Guam. Zeus Protehi Island Guam. And so I gotta tell you, I don't know what them bitches was doing, but that was not the cha-cha, girl. That was not the cha-cha. Death drop, that is not an officially licensed cha-cha dance move. If you find yourself in Queens at La Boom and they start playing cha-cha music, do not do a death drop. Death drop, that's not the cha-cha. You know, everybody wants to talk about how Kim Chi was like a terrible dancer. They were all terrible dancers. Thorgy Thor looked amazing as Frida, but she was splashing around on the floor like a flounder. The only one that knew what the fuck they were doing was Cynthia Lee Fontaine, which, hello, Puerto Rico. We also start to see that Acid Betty is kind of an asshole. She wants to talk about, oh, Thorgy Thor is so hairy. No, bitch, Shane is hairy. Thorgy Thor is snatched and pulled and cunt and twisted. I think we all fell in love with Kim Chi a little bit on this episode, talking about how she used to be a fat kid and still has all of those body issues and is still a virgin. A lot of past episodes of Drag Race seem really scripted. They seem like they're really trying to make something out of it. And then you get this really genuine human moment with this person, and it's so lovely and wonderful, and that's what I love about this show. Not these moments of like, my mother left me in a dumpster! You know, like really genuine human moments, and we're getting a lot of those this season. I'm kind of excited about it. So then they get into this lip sync a cappella girl group challenge, which is a big mashup of RuPaul songs, and I thought it was really well done, and I kind of hope I can download it on iTunes, because it was kind of cunt music. Normally they write these original songs for the show, and they're all terrible and kind of terribly performed. That one was really, really well done. Dax exclamation point starts talking about, you know, she wants to take the world by storm and drag is her method, and, you know, bitch, if you're gonna take the world by storm and drag, you need to learn your goddamn words. And, you know, they tried to edit that shit together to not spill your tea, but bitch, I saw you chewing on that gum, girl. Chewing on that gum. Now, Thorgy Thor in this challenge looked stunting. Stunting. Now, I have seen this bitch a million times just pin up her dreadlocks and call it a look in a t-shirt and a pair of underwear. This was... I gagged a little bit. Her makeup was laid. That face was beat for the gods. She was... I couldn't take my eyes off of her. And Michelle Visage wants to talk shit about her makeup. Her eyes are too black or this or that. And no, bitch. Michelle, I love you. You were wrong behind that one, girl. She looked amazing. Amazing. And I need to talk about Naomi Smalls. Was she not wearing titties again? Was she not wearing titties again? Again. Just making sure it's still RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, I'm just making sure. There's all types of drag, and all drag is art, and all art is beautiful. Okay, whatever. Titties. Layla McQueen thought her look was elegant. She did not look like she was going to a Hollywood premiere. She looked like she was going to the opening of the Hot Topic in Poughkeepsie. Kim Chi looked gorgeous in that flower dress. It was a very interesting design. Her face was laid. But that walk, girl, she lumbered down the runway like a lesbian on a Thursday. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. Maybe it was just her character again. Betty's dress was ugly. Her ass, girl. I mean, you want to talk about Dax exclamation point and her weird ass. What was the lumpy ass in Betty's dress? Fix that shit, girl. And speaking of Dax, she looked like she was wearing a small prom dress over top of a large prom dress. I'm not sure what that was even supposed to be. No, it touches the floor. Does it though, girl? Chi-Chi was straight up cross-dress for less in that dress. She looked gorgeous, it was beautiful, but she bought that dress on sale for $29.99, marked down from $69.99. We all know that. Now that we know that, we deal with it, and we can move on. I will say this, and I've been loving on Thorgy Thor this whole episode, but she should have won that challenge. She looked amazing. I could not take my eyes off of her. All of her moments were on point. Chi-Chi was wonderful. She was great. And I know she was upside down in the splits, twerking or whatever, but that's just tricks. That's just tricks. Anyone can do tricks. I'm gonna touch my toes right now. Boom, toe touch. You didn't see it. It was off camera. Congratulations, Chi-Chi. I love her. But Thorgy should have won that one. Then we get to the gag of the season, episode 2, and it's already the gag, is the double elimination. Now, I'm sitting there watching those two lip sync for their life, and I'm thinking, this is the most boring fucking lip sync I've ever seen. Not on Drag Race, ever. This is like, you know how sometimes you go to amateur night and those girls are really terrible, but they're so terrible, they're amazing, like Love Never Dies? Okay, these girls were just boring. You know, go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. Except I don't think any of them even turned. Like, I was bored to tears. So when Rue was like, you both go home, I was like, of course they are. If they were terrible. And Dax is like, I don't think I deserve to go home. I was serving so much more than she was. Yes, you might have served more boring shit than she did, but it was still boring shit that no one wanted. And Lila cried. I am not rejoicing in her tears. I feel terrible for her, but I did tell you so. So now moving on to episode 3. The mini challenge was, here's a dirty old choir robe, now turn it into something fierce. Naomi's robe was amazing. She took that, like, graduation gown and turned it into, like, a beautiful 70s jumpsuit. Work, bitch. Cynthia Lee Fontaine, I am in love with you. Her landmark decision was legalizing sex because it was illegal. Legano, illegano. It's a gray area. I love you, Cynthia Lee Fontaine. You're ridiculous. Betty's robe is also cunt. Those three, cunt, cunt, cunt. Gorgeous. I live for it. My favorite moment of that episode, though, was RuPaul reading the commentary that the girls obviously wrote themselves, and that Kimchi came from the firm of Ching Chang and Chong and looked dead at the camera and was like, I did not write this. Do not send me letters. 2 seasons ago it was She-Male. This season it's gonna be Ching Chang Chong. That bitch can't catch a break. I'm gonna have to download her album so she feel better. And then Chi Chi DeVayne hits the runway looking like Wanda from Living Color. She gonna rock my world. The next big gag of the season, the return of Naysha Lopez, which proves to me that this shit is scripted. There's no way they sent her home first and then decided to bring her back, and that's just how the cards landed. That is premeditated! Premeditated fuckery! But I'm glad she's back. I live. So this week was the acting challenge, and I have a degree in acting. I have my BFA in musical theater performance from East Carolina University. Go Pirates. So I want to give some advice to Derek Barry. Derek Barry, this is the best acting advice I ever received from my acting teacher, Tracy Donahue. I feel like if I were in a scene and I was chopping carrots, I'd be in a scene chopping carrots. But I think if you were in a scene chopping carrots, you would be in a scene chopping carrots! Does that make any sense? So just chop the carrots, okay? That's good acting advice for everybody. You're welcome. That shit cost me $30,000. And fucking Robbie Turner, I want to know why it's always the actor that fucks up the acting challenge. It's always the bitch that's like, oh, I'm a singer, that fucks up the singing challenge. Oh, I'm an actor, and then they fuck up the acting challenge. Maybe stop telling everybody what you're so good at, bitch. It feels like a curse. Oh, I'm an actor. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Stop being so concerned. Stop running your white glove finger over everybody else's mantelpiece and clean your own house, Robbie Turner. Then we get to watch the acting challenge, and bless her heart, Naomi cannot act. She not an actress. Kimchi is not an actress, but English is not her first language, so we're gonna cut her some slack on that one. I'm sure if she was in a Korean soap opera, she'd have been on point. Thorgy Thor slayed that shit. She slayed that shit so hard, I dead. Dude, I don't speak English anymore. But Bob the motherfucking drag queen! Now, I'm not one of those queens that wags my finger at everything. I was screaming so loud at that part of the episode that my fiance across the room with headphones on was like, what's wrong? What's happening? And I was like, no, it's just Bob. It's Bob. He's being funny. I've been waiting for Bob to really shine through, and this was her challenge. America, meet Bob the drag queen. So we get their roller skating runway looks because that matches the theme of the week. But I will say this, I was so excited when RuPaul came out on roller skates. I think she should do the challenge every week. Whatever the girls' challenge is, she should come out in that same look and really show those bitches how it's done, especially when a bitch got money, you know what I'm saying, girl? And Naomi Smalls hits this runway once again with, let's take a quiz. Was she A, wearing titties? B, wearing no titties? C, should have been wearing titties? D, B and C, or E, put on some titties? Derek Barry is the same shit. And they're like, oh, he's getting away from Britney. No, he's not. He's Britney in a Katy Perry outfit. It's still a pop princess. It's still a pop princess on skates. I don't think there's anything else there. I'm gonna throw that out there now. I know it's only the 3rd episode. I don't think there's anything else there. Acid Betty's look was every little thing. It was every little thing. The eye patch, the mohawk. She looked like she was ready to go on for Killer Queen and We Will Rock You. I gagged, I died, I lived. It was everything. Of course, Bob wins. Congratulations, boo. You're not gonna beat Bob the drag queen on an acting challenge. I mean, I might, but you're not going to. And then we have the bottom two. Beautiful, gorgeous, I love her, Cynthia Lee Fontaine, looking like the finale from Xanadu. And then we have Robbie Turner looking like one of the Mandrell sisters. Here's what gripes me about this particular lip sync for your life. If you really watch Cynthia Lee Fontaine, you really watch her, she is giving you stunts and shows and dancing the house down boots. It is everything that number needed to be. And when you really watch Robbie Turner, he's just giving you skate tricks. And it's something that not everyone can do. It does take talent, but it's just a trick. She was not also doing the number. Not in the same way that Cynthia Lee Fontaine was. There was one moment from Untucked that I want to talk about, and that is the moment when Trixie Mattel calls Kim Chi to tell her she loves her and she misses her, and it's such a beautiful moment. And then that cunt Acid Betty just cunts it all up with her cuntery. You know, okay, Trixie Mattel, her makeup is terrible. We all know that. Nobody looks at Trixie Mattel and is like, oh my god, she's so beautiful. How does she do that makeup? She looks like a clown. She looks like the Kylie Jenner lip challenge on her whole face. She looks like she's auditioning for the ensemble of Boy George's Taboo. If you ask Trixie Mattel which makeup she uses, she would say all of it. We all know what she looks like, and it's okay if you love it, it's okay if you don't love it, but you don't have to sit there through the entire fucking message and just say nasty shit and ruin this moment for Kim Chi. What a beautiful moment. In the words of Laganja Estranja, this was Kim Chi's moment. And Betty Rui took it from her. So my picks for top 5 have not really changed much this week. Still in the top 5 are Bob the Drag Queen doing shows, Thorgy Thor looking stunning, Kim Chi giving us all sorts of feelings, Naomi Smalls being skinny. But replacing Derek Barry, I'm gonna write in Chi Chi DeVayne. I think she's gonna surprise us all and really pull it out and make it into the top 5. So thank you so much for watching Recapping the Race. My name is Sister Mary Helen. I'm New York City, Southern Guamanian, Hungarian figure skating vocal diva. Feel free to follow me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or YouTube. You can find me on Grindr. I'm 3 feet away and my profile name is Mask for Mask. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next week. This has been Recapping the Race.